Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our annual Woof and Whiskers Yappy Hour celebration. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Whatcom Humane Society and our staff, I'm Laura Clark, the Director of the Whatcom Humane Society, and, well, it's a little different Woof and Whisker Awards this year, but I am so grateful and so appreciative that you are joining us, whether it's at home, at work, via your phone, sitting on the couch. I hope you have a beverage of your choice, some appies. Cheers to you all, and we are so excited to be with you here tonight. The Woof and Whisker Awards is just such a special event to all of us at the Whatcom Humane Society. It's really an event that is so near and dear to my heart because it's an opportunity for us here at the Whatcom Humane Society to say thank you, to thank people and recognize them, individuals, groups, businesses, for going above and beyond the paw of duty to help domestic wild and farm animals in our shelters and in our community. And we have 3 amazing groups that we are going to be honoring and showcasing here tonight, and I could not be more excited to share their stories with you. We have Dr. Christine Monroe from Rescue Pet Vet. We have the folks at Lummi Natural Resources Enforcement. I can't wait to share their story with you. And we have my old friend Angela Lenz at Tails-a-Wagon and her incredible crew. They're as diverse as they are special, and I'm just thrilled that we can share their story with you. Can't be in person, but we're here virtually, and I'm just so excited. But before we get started, this event could not be made possible tonight without our sponsors, starting with the folks who have hosted this event, Veritas Media Productions. Best of the best. We are so thrilled they came into our world during these crazy times. They're friends for life, and we appreciate all that they have done for us and continue to do for us here tonight. Also want to thank our good friends at Animal Emergency Care for being there for our dogs and cats 24/7, 365 days a year. Our friends at Radiant Heart have always been there with us. We appreciate all they do for our pets in our community. And for those of you who are joining us tonight in the Yappy Hour celebration and toasting with beverages and appetizers, I want to thank those that made that possible. Our friends at the North Fork Brewery. You know me, I'm a beer drinker, no better beer than North Fork Brewery beer. I want to thank our friends at Dynasty Cellars, Lost Giant Cider Company, and the Sandwich Odyssey. All awesome businesses. Please continue to support them. Well, let's get this party started. I am so excited to introduce our first Woof and Whisker honoree, Dr. Christine Monroe at Rescue Pet Vet. We had the opportunity to visit her on location at her amazing mobile veterinary clinic, and I think you are going to be as impressed as we are excited about learning about Dr. Monroe. So let's head on over there and see what she's up to.
I left private practice after 26 years because I wanted to pursue a passion of providing veterinary care to humane societies, rescues, and other nonprofit animal organizations. Rewind to 1999, I was asked by Whatcom Humane Society to come in and quote-unquote help. As I walked through the dog kennels and the cat holding areas, I just wanted to be part of their second chance. I left that day after looking at those animals, providing insight, providing some care, feeling like I made a huge difference, even at the smallest level of those animals, which to me is the biggest reason. They need it, I can provide it, and I went home feeling amazing. My typical day at Rescue Pet Vet, it varies from some days I have what I call volume days, where I work for one organization and they bring me many animals. Let's just say one day of the week I schedule 20 cats for spay, neuter, vaccinations, viral testing, exams. So my typical day there is the cats arriving, putting them into the Rescue Pet Vet trailer. I do what I call pre-surgical exams on each of them. We get them weighed. We kind of assess their temperament, how easily they're going to be able to be handled, some better than others. Then we set our schedule on how I want to proceed through the surgical schedule of the day. And we begin the ball by administering anesthesia, prepping for surgery. I'm doing surgery while my assistant is getting the next surgery ready, and rolls on through the day like that until everything's done. Then during this time we're monitoring recovery and then getting them all ready to be transported back to the facility, whether it's foster care or a brick and mortar. You are touching many lives doing this, from the animal to the facility to the adopters to the adopters' children. You know, it just goes down. And usually families that adopt are repeat adopters. So you build relationships in that area too. The neat thing about doing this work is the adopters love to keep in touch and send you updates. So that 8-week-old puppy that I did exam and vaccines on, I may see it a year through pictures, 6 months, 2 years down the road. I may see it at the dog days of summer at Whatcom Humane. They'll be, hey, do you remember such and such? And I'll be, I sure do. What keeps me motivated is staying focused on the positive that I'm doing. Forming the veterinary program at Whatcom Humane, it's extremely rewarding, especially seeing that it still exists today. And it's improved. It improves every year that it's in service. It's a very strong partnership. Laura, I have the utmost respect for in everything that she does, the opinions that she holds, and I know that if I ever need her in any way, shape, or form, she is there, and she knows the same is true on my end for her. The fact that they can have the luxury on site of having medical care for the animals that pass through its doors, it's critical. I wish every shelter could be extended the same. And hopefully, as maybe people listening to my interview here, it will enlighten the fact that there is another sector of medicine out there that can be extremely rewarding. There are so many things that you can do for nonprofits.
Yay, Dr. Monroe! Yay, Rescue Pet Vet! If we were here in person, we would all be standing cheering for you because you're incredible and we love you so much, and I would be handing you your award. But I'm doing it with my heart to you, and I know everybody out there is just so excited for Rescue Pet Vet and all you do for our community's animals. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Woof and Whiskers Awards, as you know, if you've tuned in and attended this event before, I usually cry at it, so I'm getting pretty close here because I'm just so appreciative of Dr. Monroe and Rescue Pet Vet. So thank you. I hope you all out there enjoyed that wonderful segment on her. So our next honoree tonight is the great folks at Lummi Natural Resources Enforcement. I'm really excited to be able to share their story with you. It's an interesting story to tell because we can't really go on location with them. So what we decided to do instead is we brought in Alicia Evans, the manager of the Whatcom Humane Society's Wildlife Rehabilitation Center, our small but mighty Wildlife Rehabilitation Center, and Aaron, one of the amazing enforcement officers with Lummi Natural Resources. We brought them here to Veritas Media Productions to tell their story and their unbelievable partnership that they have had over the years to help wildlife in need. And I can't wait to share their story, so settle in, pour yourself another drink, cheers to you all virtually, and check out this great story.
As a natural resource enforcement officer, we call NRO, we respond to many situations. Like we had a gray whale that was floundering himself on the beach. I think it was a 911 call, I think. We went and called Alicia and her crew and say, hey, we're gonna go check out a whale, but I think we need somebody with us that knows what we're checking out. They jumped on the boat with us, we ran out, and he swam off on us as we were contacting it. Yeah, it's a very versatile day.
The community really benefits from what both of our services provide because there is nothing else like it. The tribal police and natural resource officers, they provide such a unique service for not only the tribes, but for the community.
Our job, we take it very, very seriously. We try very hard to help Alicia out and her crew with the Humane Society as much as we can. Culturally, we believe they're family. All animals and everything are family, so when she devotes her life to saving animals and doing her best in that direction, boy, we'll do everything we can to help her out. She's always stood up and helped us, even with the smallest of creatures that people would think are insignificant. As a natural resource officer, we're very indebted to her and their crew, and are willing to do what we need to do to make better.
Our facility in Whatcom County is instrumental since there is no other like us. We're the only full-service wildlife hospital for all species in this area, and this year we took in about 3,000 animals, which is a lot. It's a lot for our small but mighty center, and we're just continuing to grow and continuing to help the animals that need us. So with both of these partnerships and both of these beings in the community, we're able to offer the public of Whatcom County so many more resources and a place to go if they need us, as well as education. The partnership is so valuable because a lot of the times when it is different lands, like tribal lands, there are different rules and regulations that we must adhere to, as well as respect for the culture and knowing that these are animals that they are connecting with, that are part of their cultural beliefs.
As NROs, we've responded to the needs of the community culturally. We're not just helping out some critter somewhere that needs help, we're helping out our family. So, it's a pretty emotional thing when you get to be a part of that. So I love it. That's why I'm here.
It's not a job for us, it really isn't. It is really just a lifestyle. It infiltrates every part of who we are and how we make decisions, even on days off, things like that. Just that emotion behind it and that compassion, I think the world could really stand to take a page out of their book. Every animal matters, and there is a professional resource out there for the public. We want to help the public. We're available to the public, and that you guys matter. Without you guys, these animals would not get the care they need. We don't find them. We're just there when they're found. So really just encouraging everybody to do their part and give us a call, try to help that animal out. And that's just what makes the world go round, is compassion and helping each other out. And it's no different for wild animals.
From the smallest to the greatest animal, they're trying to make a difference. When we called on that gray whale, I don't know if Alicia's a biologist that deals with whales like that, but she got a hold of the right people, and within 20, 30 minutes, I believe, we were out there next to the whale trying to assess what was going on. They try very hard. They're very dedicated to what they're doing. We appreciate it.
Yay, Lummi, law enforcement, natural resources. You guys rock, and we are so proud of all you do and so grateful for all you do for our Wildlife Rehabilitation Center and the wildlife in need. Thank you so much and congratulations. Our last honoree tonight are the great folks at Tails-a-Wagon Doggy Daycare and Canine Obedience Training Center. Quick story. I moved to Whatcom County in 2001 and started my work at the Whatcom Humane Society a long time ago, 20 years ago. Feels like yesterday. It also feels like it was 20 years ago, depending on the day you ask me. But one of the very first people I met when I moved here and started working in animal welfare here in Whatcom County was Angela Lenz, the owner of Tails-a-Wagon. She was a force of nature then. Not much has changed. She's a force of nature now. She has helped thousands of animals in our community. Shelter animals, animals owned by members of the community, my own personal animals. She walks the walk and talks the talk, as does her entire staff. And I am so excited to share their story with you tonight. This is a long overdue award for them. There's not a day goes by that the animals at the Whatcom Humane Society at our Division Street Domestic Animal Shelter don't benefit from their support at Tails-a-Wagon. We had the opportunity to go over there and see the insanity up close and personal, and I'm excited to share it with you tonight.
We've been here in Bellingham since 1997, so we provide doggy daycare, which is where dogs come to play and exercise during the day, usually while people are away at work. We also do canine training in all aspects. So we do group lessons, we do private lessons, we do training while the dog is here at daycare. We've got 7+ trainers on staff to be able to help us with all of that. And of course, the whole time, positive reinforcement training. We originally got involved in so much time and energy being focused with not only the Whatcom Humane Society, but other shelter and rescue groups in our area. Because we were so successful, because we were doing so well, it only seemed like the right thing to do, to be able to take that information that we have and be able to extend it to all the animals in our area. So whether that's, primarily we work with dogs at the Whatcom Humane Society, but it doesn't stop there. We certainly have fostered pigs and cats and feral kittens and ferrets and turtles and guinea pigs. We're here to help them any way we can. When I started volunteering with the Whatcom Humane Society, that originally started in around 1996. And I just started to volunteer any way that they needed my help. Once they knew what I did and I got a little bit more understanding of what their values were, it was clear where we needed to take that. And so currently we provide behavioral evaluations if they want it. The staff and volunteers at the Whatcom Humane Society are amazing with their skills and their abilities, but if they need just another set of eyes, we're here to help them with that. We offer daycare. We have 5 spots a week that are allowed to be used by any of the dogs at the Whatcom Humane Society. They can come and play and exercise. We can work on their manners. I'll physically go to the shelter and work with dogs individually, whether that's walking dogs or simply working with them behaviorally or set up a behavioral plan. Helping the Whatcom Humane Society has created a commitment level for me that it's my number one thing that we do here, right? The staff here is always thinking about what can we do to help the dogs? What can we do to help them have a better life? Whether that's them coming here or us going there or providing enrichment activities or providing toys or whatever it is that we need to do, we're gonna do. Shelter dogs in need are something that we take special attention to simply because they're not always recognized in the scope of animals. We would like to think that all animals' lives matter, but that isn't really the case, right? We know that in lots of different areas of our lives, and because shelter animals can be missed sometimes, we try to focus our opportunities in that direction. There's kind of a joke at the Humane Society that the staff knows that when they call, my answer is always going to be yes. It's always going to be yes, of course. We'll find a way to help you. We'll find a way to get you what you need. So our commitment level is high, right? We want every dog's life to be better, whether that's a dog that's a client of ours that finds their way to us, or it's a shelter dog that finds their way to us. It's our job to make their life better. At the Whatcom Humane Society, they're like no people you would ever meet. They are kind and compassionate, and they are just wonderful human beings, and they put in their time and effort and resources in helping animals that desperately need their help that don't have a voice. I have a large staff here, and I could not do all the volunteering that I do or the services that we're allowed to give without them. There's just no way. And so to have our staff connect with their staff, it's an amazing venture.
Well, that was this year's Woof and Whiskers Award, virtually our Yappy Hour. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed presenting it to you. Oh, by the way, we've been joined by two other guests here at the Veritas Media Studios. I'd like to introduce you to Maya and her BFF Mamas. They're already celebrities. They've been around town. They've been on the radio. They've been on our social media. But now they're here joining you tonight. I don't know if you know their story, but I'd like to take just a minute to share it with you because it speaks to the mission of the Whatcom Humane Society and what we do here. They arrived at our shelter several weeks ago. Our animal control officers responded to a call for assistance from law enforcement and found these two living in what can only be described as really unfortunate situation. They were removed, they were brought to our shelter. Mama's here was suffering from significant health issues, but all through it, her BFF here, Maya, stood by her side. They're healthy, they're happy, they're bonded, and they're still looking for a permanent, responsible, and loving home. Yeah, and they give good kisses too. So if that home is yours, come on down and meet these two. In the meantime, I just can't thank you enough for joining us here tonight. I know we'd like to all be together, but times are different, so I really appreciate your time and your support of the Whatcom Humane Society, our mission, and the domestic, wild, and farm animals in our care. If you can, please continue to support the work we do here at the Whatcom Humane Society by making a gift tonight. Every gift, large or small, will directly benefit animals like Mamas and Mia and all the other animals that come through our doors this coming year. We can't do it without you. Your support is vital. Your support allows us to provide life-saving services to the animals in need. No animal is turned away at the Whatcom Humane Society, large or small, hamsters to horses, everything in between. Visit the website on the bottom of the screen, visit whatcomhumane.org, give us a call. We're happy to accept your support. Again, any gift, large or small, will help us. On behalf of everyone here at the Whatcom Humane Society, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate it. We'll see you in person maybe in the future or maybe back here virtually. Thank you so much. Have a great night.